ever seen that show Cops? I was watching it one time and there was this cop on. He was talking about this gunfight he had in the hallway with this guy, right? And he just unloaded on this guy and nothing happened. He didn't hit nothing. Okay, it was just him and this guy.
Hello guys, and welcome to another video. So in this one we are actually going to Dubai, which should be pretty fun. We have a lot of fun things planned. I have a flight today in like 3 or 4 hours. The plan for Dubai, it's gonna be a vacation. I'm not gonna do too much work. I maybe do some forecasts and watch the charts here or there. I do have a gold trade that is running, so I'll need to monitor that. Also, we do have a Fed meeting next week on Wednesday, which is pretty important, kind of the most important event in my book. So I'll definitely be watching that and maybe executing a small position depending on how the future projections come out. So I'll do a video about it in this vlog. And yeah, we have a flight later today. So the plan for Dubai is we're gonna visit the Burj Khalifa. We're gonna go on a safari tour, possibly rent a cool car, a yacht tour in the marina. So we will see all the cool things that we can do there. I do have some news for you guys. So I did buy a motorcycle. It's a Yamaha MT-07, which I do want to show you in this video. So check out this small montage. So this is the new vehicle. It's a Yamaha MT-07. It's got a 700cc two-cylinder engine, and that produces actually a lot of torque, which is pretty cool. So this is like a Japanese Harley Davidson, and if you go like 50 or 60 kilometers per hour and you put it in 6th gear and you give it gas, it's actually gonna accelerate quite nicely and you're gonna really feel the torque. So it's like an American V8. I was looking for exactly this one. It's like a beginner bike, so it's not that powerful. I think around 70 or 75 horsepower, and it's a two-cylinder. All the like fast bikes are 4 cylinders, but again, this one has a lot of torque and it's made for city driving. So it has the matte paint I was looking for. It's all blacked out. It has these stupid stickers I'm gonna take off because that's not original. So this exhaust is actually stock from the factory. It's not that loud. Some people, or most people on these bikes, actually put an aftermarket exhaust. For me, I don't like that. I prefer these more quiet ones. So we had the Saxo, and the exhaust fell off of that, and for like 3 days it was super fun. It was pops and bangs all the time, but then after a week your ears start hurting like hell. So that is why I don't really like open exhaust. You can see these intakes. So this is the air intake right there, and I mean, the bike looks pretty cool. It also has ABS, which is something that probably is good for beginners, so good for me. And yeah, so let's start it up so you can hear the engine. So that's about it for the motorcycle. I made that video a couple of days ago, so that is why I have a beard there, and here I'm shaved basically. So if you're wondering about some of the numbers, which I forgot to mention, so the cost of the bike was around 5,000 euros. It has, I think, 25,000 kilometers, and it is a 2018 model. So it's really cool, it's really fun to ride, the noise is really cool. It's like a Harley Davidson. So yeah, that's about it, and now it is time to go and catch the flight. So hope you guys enjoy. Arrived in Dubai, as you can see with the skyscrapers in the background. The air is a bit polluted or something because like the view is not the greatest, so the sky is not as clear as I thought it would be. We have rented a car, which is basically a Toyota Corolla. I know people from these parts love Toyotas. I love them as well, so I had to rent one, and hopefully it serves us well for the trip. We may rent a bit of a cooler car in like 3 to 4 days. So it is currently around 2:30, as you can see, Dubai time, and I think the difference is around 3 hours from Croatia to Dubai. So we're gonna go to bed. We're very sleepy, and tomorrow we're gonna go to the beach, Jumeirah beach, right? And we're gonna take a look at the center of Dubai, maybe take a look at some skyscrapers. So it should be pretty fun, and see you tomorrow. So here is the hotel pool. This is the view, and this is the pool right here, and it looks pretty cool. This is our hotel. Very nice. So day one of Dubai. It's finally sunny, and it's finally basically during daylight. So it looks great. We have the Sail Hotel in the background. What's the name of that? Yeah, so that is pretty cool. I really like this beach. It's super sandy, so it's basically full on sand, and this is my favorite type of beach. The sky is still a bit foggy, so you cannot really see the buildings, but you have the palms in the background, so just flip the camera there. This is the restaurant that we're gonna eat lunch at. So yeah, I really like Dubai so far. This was the next day, and we went to the Aura Sky Pool, which is a 360 pool at the top of the tower, so at 200 meters, and we needed to book our tickets 2 months in advance. There's a huge demand. I unfortunately lost some footage, so I'm doing a quick voiceover here for the introduction of this pool. And so what we did is we walked around the entire pool and looked at every single view of the city. Here is another angle. This is the Sail Hotel because it looks like a sail, and the name is Burj Al Arab. I like this view as well, and to the right there are like skyscrapers, and the Burj Khalifa, which is the tallest building, is there in the distance. I'm not sure if you could see it. It's pretty far away, and our hotel is actually near the Burj. So here you have more skyscrapers. These ones are very tall, and if you're wondering what is the height of this skyscraper with the 360 pool, it's around 200 meters, I believe. So it's pretty high up there. And the final angle right here. I think there's also a lazy river going through the pool. Maybe not. So my favorite one is with all the houses, so film there. It's peaceful, it's quiet, there's not a lot of cars because if you're at the hotel in the center, there's like Lambos and Ferraris going up and down the street, producing a lot of noise. But here it seems like there's a lot of peace and quiet, and you can have a boat as well. Film the boats. So that's my favorite part. What about you?
I like this part.
She likes the city skyline. A bit of advice for anyone that wants to visit this place. So you get like 4 hours to be here, and if you want to take any pictures, it's best to wait for the first 2 or 3 hours when everyone leaves, and then it's empty. So you can see that it's quite empty right now. Here we are in the center. This is the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building. And there's a nice walk around it with all the fountains and everything. Looks pretty cool, it looks great. The weather is nice as well. It's not too hot, it's not too cold. It's great for walking. So I think we chose the best month, like March. Yesterday we were on the beach and we were swimming with the waves and everything. That was awesome. And today we're walking around the city and it's not that hot. So I would say this is kind of the perfect month to visit Dubai. So there is absolutely every store that you can think of here in the Dubai Mall. We have been walking around for I think 20 minutes or half an hour and we still haven't seen like even 1/3 of it. So any store that you can imagine, they have it here. They have an ice rink here. If we had more time, maybe we would go. What do you say?
Yes.
So we were just walking by the beach by the... what's the name? Burj Al Arab. And I saw like the most expensive bikes that you could basically buy. You have the BMW S1000 right here. You have the Ninja H2, which I have never seen in person. And there's the Ducati. So this is a V2. The V4 is a bit more expensive and a bit faster, but this is also like very, very exotic. And you have the MT, it's probably an MT10 or an MT09. Okay, this we have in Croatia as well. But these other ones I have never seen. Very, very nice bikes.
The next day.
What's happening? Oh, man. Oh, man, I shot Marvin in the face. Why the fuck you do that?
I'm smoking too fat to the face. 4-5 on my waistline. Hustling every day. Still hating. Cause a nigga on his grind. These hoes ain't worth a thing. I'ma get rich or die trying. Too fat to the face. 4-5 on my waistline. Hustling every day. I be working overtime. Niggas still hating. Cause a nigga on his grind. These hoes ain't worth a thing. I'ma get rich or die trying.
This is the car. It's a Chevy Corvette and it has this new body style where the engine is basically in the back. It's a V8, so quite strong, I think around 500 horsepower. I haven't really checked the specs, but the car looks like a Ferrari and the price is 4 times cheaper to rent than a Ferrari, so that is great. Here is the engine in the back. Also, when you press the gas, the engine is so big and so large and so strong that the car shakes from left to right. It's an amazing feeling. Also, when you turn off the traction control, like the wheels just want to spin, so the ass just wants to go out and you could end up in a wall pretty easily. This red color looks great, I would say. The only thing I don't like is the exhaust tips, which are square and they look kind of old. They're not really kind of exhaust tips that you would see on an exotic car. It's more like a muscle car thing. But other than that, the car looks like a Ferrari. Let's do some sound checks and I'll show you how it sounds. If you put it in track mode, it opens up extra baffles on the exhaust, and then the sound gets really, really loud. Let me also show you the interior. Here it is. Quite a nice interior. I mean, it's a rental, so, you know, it's been used. It's been used quite heavily, like here on the top. But other than that, I would say for an American car, this is pretty amazing for an interior. The interior of the car is very well equipped. You have this screen right here as the rear view mirror. All of the buttons are there, so nothing is blank. It has heated seats, cooled seats, heated steering wheel. The cluster is huge, you have everything on there. So I think this is like a fully spec'd car, which is pretty unusual for a rental. Here you can see the leather is kind of falling apart, so the quality is probably not the best since it is an American car. And right now we're going to a cafe in the desert, and every 100 meters there is a camera. So I have Waze open right here on the central screen. That's also great, like CarPlay. I have the phone in here connected with a cable, and I have CarPlay, I have music, navigation. You can see all the cameras, the speed cameras, the red light cameras. I think I ran a red light back there. We'll see what will happen in a few days. But anyway, that's great that there is CarPlay. And you can see on the Waze app that every 100 meters there's a speed camera, so you really cannot speed at all. You have to find the road in the desert, I'm guessing. And so yeah, that's the plan, to go to the cafe in the desert, and I will see you there. One more thing, the roof is actually detachable. You have 3 latches, one here, one there, one in the back. It's not automatic, which means you need to manually remove it. And it's pretty heavy, but once you get it in the trunk, then the car looks so much better, and you get the wind in your hair, which is the plan for this evening. We're gonna remove the roof. We also had a little bit of rain, which is super strange. I mean, rain in Dubai, I didn't know that was a thing. But yeah, for the evening we're gonna remove the roof, and you're gonna see the car as a convertible, as a roadster. It looks absolutely amazing.
I don't care what you say, so don't even speak. Your girlfriend a freak like cirque du soleil. That's word to my flag, and my flag green. I'm out of my head, bitch, I'm out of my mind. From the bottom of my climb, you ain't holla that line. Nope, not on my time, and I'm not even trying. What's poppin' slime? Nothing vibe.
So that is the hidden cafe. Cheers.
Cheers. Zločasti Marko je stalno radi ovaj zvuk i onda mene prepadne, eto, da je ulovljen na dijelu.
This car has a crazy sound when you put it in like a lower gear, so listen to this. See, it automatically downshifts and revs up. That's really amazing. So we are now at the top of the SLS Hotel. This is some sort of a nightclub, and the height is 325 meters, which is higher than the Eiffel Tower. And you have a pool here, so pretty amazing building. I don't like heights, but yeah, this is definitely amazing what they have built here in Dubai. Day 4 of the Dubai trip. We are now at the beach, and in front of us is a Cybertruck, which I've never seen in person, and it looks awful. What do you think?
Horrible.
Yeah, it looks pretty bad, but it's an interesting design, I guess. We have just visited the Sky View, and you're basically walking on top of glass tiles 200 meters in the air, so that was pretty terrifying. Again, I don't really like heights, but my girlfriend loves them, so she kind of forces me on all of these skywalks. For the Burj Khalifa, I don't think we're gonna go visit that one. I don't think we're gonna go to the top. It's just not really worth it. We have some other things we want to do, and we have already seen a lot of skyscrapers and a lot of views. The Burj Khalifa line is really crowded, and I've read online it's really not that special, so I think we're gonna skip that. And now we're gonna try and take a swim at the beach. Should be pretty fun. So see you guys in the next clip. The thing I want to comment on is, now that we have switched back from the Corvette to the Toyota, the drivers here are total assholes, and they really don't know how to drive. They drive really aggressively, but they just don't have the driving skills to drive that fast. They just swerve into you, they don't use indicators at all, they cut you off, they get in your lane. So an accident can very easily happen. It's very, very dangerous to drive here, and it depends on which car you have. Again, when we were driving with the Corvette, people were just letting us pass. They were letting us in their lane without an issue. And now in the Toyota, people are like beeping at us to speed up or to move so that they can move into our lane. And that is the worst thing so far about Dubai. I mean, Dubai is awesome, everything is great, but if I had to say one bad part, is that the drivers and the roads are really dangerous. I'm not sure if it's Europeans renting expensive cars and then acting like assholes because it's not their country, or if it's the locals, but it's just an observation I had, that you should be really careful and you should book a more expensive car if you want to be safe on the streets. And yeah, we're here. We just had dinner back there with the view of the city and the skyscrapers. This is an amazing view. In Dubai, it's mostly tall buildings and cool cars and some yachts as well, as you can see right there in the water. This is some sort of a club, but yeah, we have yachts here passing by. Really an awesome spot. This is on the West Beach Palm. This is my favorite part of Dubai. The palm with all the branches and like the very big houses on those branches. day there is a Fed meeting this evening, so I think it's gonna be at 10 p.m. Dubai time. I have some scenarios set up and I'll see if I can trade it with a small size. I also have the projections. So the main thing to look at with the Fed meetings is not the actual number that comes out, so it's not the interest rate, but it is the actual projections which move the markets. So yeah, just studying up on that, and we will see what will happen today with that meeting. So I'm looking for the file, I'm not looking for the conference. Yes, I'll also watch the conference, but the file that comes out is the most important. The numbers came out and it was the same number as before, so there was no change in the interest rate. The price action, this is the 1 minute chart mind you, has not been that volatile. I've seen much more volatile moves. The reason is, again, why I have found that the market really moves is the future projections. So what the Fed is thinking in the future. First, let's check the statement. So for the statement, it's actually pretty similar as the last one. So the key is that inflation remains somewhat elevated. I think that was in the last one as well. And the economic activity has continued to expand at a solid pace right there. But then the really important document is the future projections, and here you can see the interest rate comparison of the December projections to the March projections. Pretty much the same for 2026, pretty much the same. So here around what is it, like 3.62 is where the biggest numbers are. 2027 also here 7, 6. So this is the most, let's say, popular range. And for the longer run, I think it is the same. So yeah, 7 right there, and in March as well. Conclusion, as you can see from this table, nothing has changed. So the Fed projections of the future interest rate are the same as they were in December. That means no major trading opportunity for me. Again, this is something I'm still looking into, still researching, live testing with a small amount of risk. And on this one, I just did not have any opportunity to execute a trade because the numbers were the same, which means it won't really move the markets. We'll see the price action, how it will develop. But for now, this is the euro and US dollar. As I said, the 1 minute chart. It's not that big of a move. I mean, let me see in pips. Like a 21 pip move. So yeah, moves used to be a lot bigger if there is an actual change in the future projections and a big change in the statement as well. So I remember in one meeting when this inflation remains elevated, when they added that sentence in, it really moved the markets. Yes, we also do have the press conference, which is upcoming in like 15 minutes. But again, I'm on vacation. I don't really want to watch the conference right now. I'll watch it when I get back to Croatia. So yeah, that's about it. No trade there. I do have gold running in some profit. Probably will be looking to trail the stop loss. This is more of a fundamental play. And yeah, now we are continuing with the rest of the trip. Got done with the Fed meeting, which wasn't a great success, but we came near the big wheel, so show the wheel. Yeah, the wheel is currently not working, not sure why, maybe they're doing some maintenance. And I think it's currently around midnight. I think this is also the best time to go around and take a walk because everything is, basically everything is lit up. The view is great, and also the heat is not that high, so you can walk around. We got approached by security and the guy told us that we can't film, so we had to leave there and we had a walk around the wheel. But I see like security cameras all over the place, so I guess they can film me, but I cannot film them, which doesn't really make sense. Anyways, the wheel was pretty cool, and tomorrow we're going to Abu Dhabi.
The next day.
So we have arrived to Abu Dhabi, and this is the beach we're staying at. It has some pretty cool waves and it looks amazing. There's also these, I guess, like huge vacation flats in the background. This is a really cool concept of a beach. is the last day of the Dubai trip, so it is Friday. We have a flight to catch in the morning. We had dinner at the Jetty Lounge, which is near the Palm, which is my favorite part, and it was great. Here you can see the amazing view, so spin the camera around.
Okay.
And I want to do a quick review of the trip. I want to go through my favorite parts and maybe the parts that are not that great. The first one is of course renting the Corvette. Amazing car, V8, amazing sound. That was the best day, definitely. Then the second one would be the sky pool at like 200 meters, and it was a 360 pool, so that was amazing with all of the views. My favorite part of the city is the fake palm tree with all the little branches, and you have all of the houses on the branches, so that's probably my favorite part. The third thing would be the privileged sky pool, which is at 300 meters. The views were amazing. And the fourth thing would be the boat in the evening with basically all of the views around the city. The music was amazing at the boat because there were some like Armenian ladies with us and they were blasting this folk music, so that was very fun. Those were my favorite four parts, and I think Melita has a similar opinion as me, so would you say?
Yes, it's similar.
Yeah, so she agrees. Other than that, some of the parts that I didn't really like is the way that people here drive very aggressively and they don't know how to drive. And it's currently Ramadan, so it's a bit, let's say, tough getting used to all of the noises from the churches, but this is only for 1 month. I think usually it's not like this. One also thing that is interesting, the moment you step out of Dubai, like we went to Abu Dhabi, it's a completely different culture. So in Dubai it's 90% Europeans, but outside of Dubai it is pretty much all locals, and you really need to get used to that. You really need to get used to the new culture. Would I live here? Definitely not. I wouldn't. It's not for me. But would I visit again? I probably would for like a week or maybe 2 weeks. I would rent a cool car again. I would go on a boat. I would maybe rent a jet ski or something like that. So just do very fun things, but I would not live here, or I would not, let's say, be here for more than a couple of weeks. And yeah, basically the conclusion is that Dubai offers absolutely everything that you want. If you want to be in a resort, you have a lot of resorts. If you want to look around, there's a lot of things to look around. You can go to the desert or to even Abu Dhabi if that's your thing. If you want to go to fancy places, you have a huge amount of options for that. And if you love cars, you can rent some very cool cars at a very good price. Again, the Corvette looks like a Ferrari, but it's 4 times cheaper, so that's the car I recommend. I think that's the absolutely best pick if you want to go to Dubai and rent a car. Another cool thing is the weather. Here it's mostly hot. During the summer I wouldn't be here because it's like 45 degrees, but during winter it's maybe 20-25. Now it's 30, okay? And in Croatia currently it is around 5 or 10 degrees. So if you want to escape the cold weather, this is the place to go. As far as trading, what did I do this week? Well, I had a trade on gold, which was a success. It had to do more with the fundamentals, so I have started trading the fundamentals more and more, so that was good. I didn't have any issues with following the trade or like trailing the stop loss, because when we came into Dubai we got a tourist SIM card and we got internet on it, so that was a great solution to follow the charts. As far as networking with traders here, again, I didn't do any of that. It was just a vacation for a week. But I do think there are a lot of traders here, and there are definitely a lot of scammers as well. So you should be very careful when networking, because you could end up meeting the wrong people, and that's not what you want to do. And that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and the vlog from Dubai. I will maybe put some B-roll footage after this if I have some more from the plane or something like that. And I will see you in the next one.